But in order to have autism, you have to have most of these, right? What's the difference between high and low functioning autism? Let me start by saying I do not like those terms, high or low functioning autism, and using them could actually be very damaging to individuals with autism. Let me explain this to you. Back in the day, I, along with everybody else, used to say high and low functioning autism, and people often thought as the autism spectrum as a linear, this line from low functioning kids on one end and high functioning kids on the other. And ironically, no one ever claimed to be middle functioning, right? I always laugh that, oh, my son's low functioning or this child's low functioning because he only knows 12 words. And I always joke, I'm like, oh, so if he knows 13 words, will he now be high functioning? And again, most of us are in a bell curve in the middle. There's this like magical, mythical line from low functioning to high functioning, which is ridiculous. What we realize today is that the autism spectrum is not linear. It's not, oh, we have low functioning individuals and the profile of them are, non-speaking, everything from hitting themselves, hurting themselves, to being institutions, to high functioning, the good doctor on TV, right? Individuals on the one end of the spectrum require very substantial support, right? Very substantial support. Those in the middle require substantial support, and those on the other end, some support. So when we describe individuals with autism, we're not saying high, low, and of course we never say middle. We want to describe what supports they need, who they are, what their gifts and challenges are, because here's where saying high and low actually can hurt the individual themselves. If I say, oh, he's a low functioning student, a low functioning child, I don't expect anything more of them. Well, he's low functioning. That's his level of functioning. We're not going to set the bar higher. That's his level of functioning. And we're doing what we have to do because they're so low functioning. Every person in the field, every parent, every teacher, everybody that knows someone with autism knows kids who require very substantial support, but can do amazing things. Your skill set, my skill set level. All the neurotypical people, pretty level. High or low, wherever we're at, pretty level. Every individual with autism have splinter skills. The DSM-5, which is the book that we get all the disordered names from, specifically states that there's a difference with individuals with autism. Their skill sets like this. So this is where it gets interesting. So we got individuals that require very substantial support, to the opposite side, some support, but I view the autism spectrum really almost as a color wheel. And I got this one from GAO analysis. I just thought it was beautiful. So picture the individual wherever they are in the spectrum, right? And view each color as a different skill set or a different characteristic of somebody with autism, from intense focus to sensitivity to communication problems to behavioral issues, multiple ones. And you're here, you only have a little, and the more you go out, it gets broader and broader and broader, or meaning more issues with this. So picture this. We have 3 individuals here, all on the spectrum, right? But this individual has way more difficulties with communication. This one has more with sensitivity issues. But in order to have autism, you have to have most of these, right? To the various levels. So you could have somebody who somebody would classify as, high functioning, but could be so substantially impacted in one area. Okay, they're able to get A's on all their tests. But when anxiety hits or something hits, their communication could just shut down. So these could actually be fluid within the individual. I have a young lady that I know who has a genius IQ, drives, has a job, intelligent way more so than I am, and she would tell you when she gets stressed and scared, she literally can't speak, shuts down. That's her type. That's where she is on the spectrum. So we got to stop thinking high and low and look at the individuals, the supports they need. And someone, just because they're non-speaking, doesn't mean they don't understand communication and language necessarily. And just because someone can speak and is mainstreamed in school doesn't mean that they don't struggle immensely with other issues. The way I always like to describe it, if I say someone's low functioning, I totally ignore all of their gifts and their abilities, and I set the bar way too low. But almost more dangerous, think about this. If I say someone's high functioning, well, then I ignore all of their challenges entirely. Oh, you're speaking, you're able to do a video, you're able to be a published, author. Well, you can't have any difficulties whatsoever. That's ridiculous. So low functioning, we're ignoring their gifts. High functioning, we're ignoring their challenges. I think we need to step back with love in our heart. Guys, we got to stop picking on each other if somebody uses a wrong word, and wrong is all relative. But in this case, I really want us to move as a community to start looking at the individual, to more substantially impacted, less substantially impacted. And if you use the language in the DSM, again, that's the book. Some support, substantial report, support, very substantial report. And we look at it that way. And again, please realize where the individuals are can vary greatly. So hopefully this helped. I would love to hear your comments, and please subscribe to our channel and comment below, and would love to answer any other questions you guys have. Thank you.